Hey guys, can you hear me? Hey, Puss in Boots, Muppets and Manilow. Love that name. Nenny C, Republican Ash. Uh, I don't expect a hey Doodlebug. I don't expect a big crowd. I know MGL is live and Laura is live, so I don't really expect a big crowd, but that's okay. I'm happy with the ones that are here. Hey Doodlebug, Tally Girl, CS Night. I know, girl. I know. I'm only if anybody here it came in here to hear my opinion. Hey Mar, Jet Setter. Yeah, we're okay. If anybody came in here to hear my opinion on the blonde girls, you're not going to hear much. Hey Lab. Look, I said serendipity. It went to Siri again every single time. Every single time I say Siri or serendipity. Uh, Christy Andrews. Like I said, if you came here to hear my opinion on the blonde situation, it's probably not going to happen. Because at this point, hey Tawanda, I'm going to, hey Serenity here, um, I'm basically going to withhold any opinion because, number one, I didn't donate. I kind of live my life, guys, like I would rather believe in something and find out it's not true than to not believe in something and find out it is true. That's just kind of how I roll. So, I mean that's and maybe that's kind of like a rose-colored glasses way to look at something, but let's give Laura the benefit of the doubt and say that I know, I agree, Serenity here. Let's just give Laura the benefit of the doubt and say she's correct about this. That the situation is a scam. At what cost? At what cost do we go to be right? Hey, Coffee Chat. Because what I witnessed in Laura's chat. Hey, Bless. Yeah, what I witnessed in Laura's chat earlier, I was kind of appalled at. I mean, at what cost? To what length do we go? Hey, Coffee Chat. To be right. Do we hurt others? Do we stomp on others? Hey, Caslin. In order to be right? Because, hey, Doodlebug, if I didn't already say that. I mean, I'm just amazed at the length somebody will go to. Well, Republican Ash, that most certainly isn't my intentions to make you throw up. Hey, T.L. Hodge. I'm amazed at the lengths someone will go to be right. And like I said, I will continue. I am 55 years old. And I will continue to live my life. Hey, Margie Jones. Believing the best in people. Hey, Monkey Ma. Hey, Long Island Girl. And if it turns out that... No, Blink. No. No. If it turns out I'm wrong, then as long as I know my heart was in the right place, then me being wrong belongs to the person that wronged me. Not me. Hello, Dennis. Me too, TL. So I'm really wondering at what length, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. At what lengths will you go to, Laura, to be right about this? I mean, is this really all because Blondie, McBlonde, whatever, went on panels and said Laura's name? Because, come on, man. People's been dragging Laura all around YouTube for a very long time. I mean, what is this all about? After the way I saw Nenny C treated in that chat over there. Now, this is Nenny C, somebody that has supported Laura. Somebody that is or was whatever, a Patreon. I don't know, not my business. But to allow Trisha to come back into the scene to prove a point. Or was Trisha ever really gone? I agree, Lab. Lab says I don't understand why it really has to be discussed for several lives and then TNT in there now. Exactly. I would take one scam. I would take being scammed by somebody for 20, 30 bucks or whatever over welcoming somebody back into the community if she was ever gone. I really have my doubts she was ever gone. But this is the same chick, hey Miss Lee, that infiltrated Laura's Discord, that Laura's Patreon at the time, Pixie, spent all weekend trying to find out. Hey, Sip Tea with Marie. Hope you're doing okay. Spent all weekend trying to find out who the mole was in Laura's Patreon. Or not her Patreon, but her Discord. I agree, still. I agree that it's not all adding up. But that's neither. I mean, I really don't care. But this is the same person that betrayed Laura's Discord. Hey Jenny, hey Becky P. We were all like, you know, she's, you know, this is horrible. Hey Remy D. You know, and Laura was like, no big deal. No big deal. No big deal. This person was listening in on our private phone calls, our Discord voice calls. And I'm a firm believer. Don't say nothing in Discord you wouldn't say in public, because there's always the chance that somebody's going to be in there that doesn't belong. Thanks, Muppets. Yeah, she didn't care about them all. Hey, Lisa54. It was fine. Her thing was, hey, if you're going to pay me to spy on me, all right, big deal. Okay, Laura, that's how you felt. That's not how we felt. That's not how the people that supported you felt. Trisha has doxed Tawanda. Trisha has gone real life on Ben. And please don't even get me started on that story, but we'll probably go there. But when we were all feeling betrayed, when we were voicing our concerns, hey, only fools lie. When we were all we got, I agree, Morningstar. I agree. But all we got was, don't worry about it, man. They're bottom feeders. They're bottom feeders. Just, you know, Laura, please quit saying that we left. Or that, I don't even care. You know, I've talked to some of the people that have recently left Laura's Patreon. Please quit saying that we left because you wouldn't allow us to attack Carla. Now, in Laura's credit, Laura did tell us, just don't pay no attention to Carla. She's a bottom feeder. Just don't pay no attention to her. Exactly, Doodlebug. She's a bottom feeder. I know, Amelia, it does make it hard. Which is why, Amelia, I have really, a bunch of us have really tried to keep our mouths shut. But to be portrayed as people that left because we weren't allowed to attack Carla, we're kind of getting tired of that. To be portrayed as a group of women with above average intelligence, that we left Laura, somebody that, my God, people, you all know how hard I went for Laura. You know how hard I went for her. But to say, exactly, T.L. Hodge, but to say that we left because we weren't allowed to attack Carla, come on, that's not really the whole truth. Laura did say, quit dealing with Carla. She's a bottom feeder. Quit messing with these bottom feeders. But then I look at Laura's chat over there and all these people that were bottom feeders. All these people that we felt betrayed by. No, not the Dr. Phil, Trisha. No. No, Ash, don't say that. All these people that we felt betrayed by, and we would go to Laura about, now they're all in there rooting her on. Now they're okay. They were bottom feeders when we were there. Hey, Ben. And Ben, I really wanted to talk about you here, and nothing bad, but if you don't want me to, I won't. Exactly, Muppets. I don't like it either. Hey, Tiffany. I think Mary Winston said, I think she meant I did not, but... So, I'm so tired of being made out to be this group of women that were told we could not attack Carla. It didn't go down that way, you all. It just absolutely did not go down that way. May I ask what the reason was, Tracy, or would you rather not? Bless, I can only speak for myself, but I can tell you that there were, okay, and some of the other Patreons that left at the same time as me can back this up. At least 2 to 3 of Laura's current Patreons really had a problem with me. They really They really, I'm sorry guys if I'm missing your chat. They really had a problem with me. And it was really starting to cause a lot of animosity in there. And of course it's deeper. I'm glad. Thank you, lad. But it was starting to cause a lot of animosity. I spent 5th birthday. Hey, Ben. Hey, Stephanie K. I spent my 55th birthday in tears over Discord. Over chaos in Discord. That's how, hey, B-Fergs. That's how I spent my 55th birthday. I was thrown out of Discord over a lie. Okay, Ben. I was thrown out of Discord over a lie. Over something that had nothing to do with me. That got blown way out of proportion. I was removed from Discord, and several of them spent the whole night on a Discord call trashing me. Long Island Girl, if you don't mind, I'll tell your story. Long Island Girl left because she got screamed at over something that Laura was fully aware of. There was a side chat. Laura knew this side chat was going on. I think the side chat grew to be bigger than Laura wanted it to be. And it's okay, beautiful soul. I moved on. It wasn't the only time that happened to me, though. And some of the girls in there were seeing the way that I was being treated. And I'm not looking for sympathy, trust me. So, when I decided to leave, the icing on the cake was the Dave panel. The icing on the cake was Laura going on Dave's panel. And we all see now where that ended up, right? Because wasn't it Dave just the other day that said he was going to dox anybody that donated to Laura? He was going to, and not that I put any stock in him. But we all see how that ended up. So that was the icing on the cake. Laura's not lying about that. Oh, it's okay, beautiful soul. Trust me, I've moved on. You know, it's almost like a relief. And once again, I'm not saying that there's shady shit going on over there in Laura's little group. But I got tired of being referred to as purple people. I'm a people. Amelia Airhead, someone I just adore, sent me the video you made of me and Tracy because they know how upset. That is a great video. Amelia does great videos. And I don't want anyone, if you think for 1 minute that it bothers me that I see some of you all over in Laura's chat, not at all. Laura has a big following. I'm just a bottom feeder. I said from the moment I left, I didn't expect anybody to pick a side. And you'll never see me point you out in my chat and say, you know, what are you doing over there? It'll never happen. I was hurt. And the only people that came forth to give me an apology was the ones that did not participate in hurting me. I know, Doodlebug. I know. It's okay. Thank you, Muppets. So I don't know why our names keep coming up. As you can see, I don't talk about Laura. I'm talking about Laura now because I've got an opinion on the way things are going down. And my opinion is, at what cost do you go to prove something? And if you're trying to prove something, are you doing it for the right? If you're going to go to these links to prove something, if you're literally going to sit for hours looking for deceased children, are you doing it for the right reasons? Maybe. I don't have that answer. You got to ask Laura. Yeah, I know, LaDonna. I know. Pug says, I've always enjoyed our conversations about no one and nothing. That's pretty much my channel. It's like the Seinfeld channel. It's always about really nothing. But when I saw Ninny get screamed at in that chat over there, and then Laura, I am trying so hard to be friends with you both. Can you know that? Can you see how hard you are making it? If Laura talks about you, I would be saying the exact same thing. Amelia, I agree with you, and I want you to be able to support us both. But Laura has made it out like we were like a group of 5 or 6 people that wanted to just attack Carla. Did I have my problems with Carla? Yes, I did. And I went about it the way I chose to. Puss in Boots says, I will say this. I was lied to my face on multiple occasions. Someone that blasted very confidential information was let back in chat after I was told she won't. Trust was betrayed, so she was done. And Amelia, the last thing I want to do is to make you feel uncomfortable. That's why I've held off talking about any of this, is because I don't want our shared subs to feel uncomfortable. That's the only reason I've held out talking about any of this. Muppet says, I like Laura, but I love all you guys too. And that's the way it should be, Muppets. You're going to smash a tablet, Lon Ellen. That's the way it should be, Muppets. You should be able to like Laura and still like me. Sides make me so sad. Well, Amelia, come on, let's face it. There's always been sides, whether it be, you know, I mean, there's just, and I don't like it either. And, you know, what Laura's doing right now to get to the bottom of this Blondie thing, okay, cool. What's the end result? What's going to be at the end of the rainbow when you hit that pot of gold? Bless says, I've never chosen sides. Bless, you're right, you haven't. Because Bless is a mod for Katie. Laura and Katie have had their troubles, and Bless has always been able to maintain her stance. But at the end of this rainbow, this pot of gold, what happens? What happens? Laura gets to say, I was right, you were wrong. But flip that coin. Yes, Doodlebug, you should be. Flip that coin. What if Laura's wrong? And this is exactly why you won't see me get involved in this shit. Stephanie K, I won't choose, not have, I chose sides, but I have been doxxed. Well, that's freaking horrible, Stephanie. So, let's just hope this blonde stuff dies down soon. Laura proves her point, or blonde proves hers. But, Laura, for God's sakes, if somebody talks about us, when I say us, the group that left you, Just say no comment. Just say no comment. Because I don't want to be portrayed as somebody that wanted so badly to attack Carla that that's the reason I left. It's not. And Laura knows this. There should be no sides. Just people you like and those you simply don't. I agree, Mar. I agree. So, again, I'm 55 years old. I have lived my life that I will believe that there is good in everyone. If someone tells me something, I will take it at face value. If you donated and you feel you've been scammed, then do a chargeback or chalk it up and know that God knows that what you did from your heart. Because let's face it, once you give money away, you don't really have a say-so over it. I mean, wasn't long ago we had somebody who faked cancer. Hey, Misnomer. Just a year or so ago. Thank you, Serenity here. We had somebody fake cancer. Nobody was looking to take Laura down. I believe that. Well, let me touch on that, Nenny C. Nenny C says nobody was looking to take Laura down. I believe that. Okay. I know I was never looking to take her down, nor could I ever take her down. Okay? But let's look at Laura's panel last night. Okay? Now, here you have 180 come up on Laura's panel. And he basically admits that he's not only 180, but he's Officer Jim Dangle, and he's a bad wolf. Now, to be honest with you, I can't even wrap my mind around that whole situation. Hey, Simone, don't even care to. Don't even care to wrap my mind around that situation. Yeah, that's what he said up on... Yes, beautiful soul. On Laura's panel last night, 180 came up and basically admitted he's Jim Dangle and Bad Wolf. But 180's never lied about that. He's always said, that he has troll accounts. But I don't think Hello Starlight was in on the blonde base scam. Oh, I don't either. I don't think Starlight was in on it either. I think Starlight just offered the chick if we remember how it went down, she offered the girl a panel. You say, I'm not involved either. I am in no Patreon, but I had no friends around either. I am always mainly ignored because I don't have money for people. I tried to be genuine, but was never in the groups. Well, you won't be ignored here, you say. Oh, I didn't know that, Nenny. I don't believe Starlight had anything to do with any kind of... But back to the 180 thing. Because I'm so over the blonde stuff. I don't... if she did lose a child, bless her heart. If she didn't, and she says that she did, well, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, bless her heart. Because you've really got to have a problem if you're willing to go around saying you lost a child and you didn't. Yeah, he didn't admit to Lennon, right. So here you got 180 on Laura's panel. Okay. I'm all about making up or whatever. But you got him admitting that he's Bad Wolf. So here you got 180 who tweets on a daily basis pretty much. Oh, I'm sorry, you say. Well, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your pain. But you got 180 who tweets Team YouTube pretty much on a daily basis to try to take Oh, I know, Puss in Boots. I agree, Becky P. Who tweets, get rid of Perplex QT or whatever. He does this. This is what he does. And then you got him in his alter ego of Bad Wolf, who comes in and says, Laura, you look beautiful tonight. Laura, you look gorgeous tonight. How do you wrap your mind around that, folks? I mean, kudos to you, 180, to have that many different personalities. But how do you wrap your mind around that? So, the other day when I went on Ben's panel, and I'm only going to talk about Ben for a moment because Ben hates to be talked about, but I'm real tired of people treating Ben like a fucking toy. Like he can just be taken out of the closet and played with. Yes, Samara, Bad Wolf, 180, they were all on panel, but 180 could not talk at the same time as Bad Wolf and pretty much admitted he was both. And Officer Jim Dangle as well. This community has deep pockets and giving hearts, so if someone is scamming, then I want to know. And that's cool, Amelia. That's cool. But we're going to talk about Ben for a minute, because Ben is treated like a toy by so many in this community. People take him out of the closet and they play with him for a minute and then they put him back up. I don't like that. Ben is a human being with feelings and emotions, and sometimes too many feelings and too many emotions. But you've got 180 going into his chat under his 180 persona, saying he wants to be Ben's friend. But then you got Bad Wolf, who is still 180, making videos and calling him out. This is the same individual doing this. This is the same person who is doing this. What he's doing to Ben is exactly what 180 has done to Laura. And 180 gets to sit back and get this shit giggle out of all of this. I don't think it's funny to mess with people. I don't think it's funny to mess with Laura. I don't think it's funny to mess with Ben. But the difference is, Laura obviously has no problem with it after watching her panel last night. Remy D says, the truth. It's due to 180's fierce protection of Marianne that they had a truce. But I don't know what happened. Okay, was it really 180 that had the truce? Or was it Bad Wolf or Officer Jim Dangle? Do you see where I'm at here with this, Remy? So, it is weird, Twanda. It really is. Maybe she's flattered he made an alter ego that likes her. Maybe. Maybe Serenity. But the other ego that he has, the 180 ego, is tweeting Team YouTube to take her channel down. Am I the only one that thinks this is crazy? I can't possibly be the only person that thinks this is just... I know, I love that name, Muppets and Manilow. That thinks it's crazy. I mean, I am who I am. What you see on YouTube is exactly what I am off of YouTube. Now, we all know that 180 has basically given Tiffany Marie That's okay, Amelia. I'm That's okay, Amelia. I understand where you're coming from. I know you're loyal. I get it, Amelia. I really do. I have no hard feelings at all, and I hope when I go live about something else that you'll join me. But I can't not talk about this stuff. I can't just sit on my hands and say, well, if it has anything at all to do with Laura, I can't talk about it. Because Laura is a very big part of this community. So I totally get it, Amelia, and I hope I haven't offended you because I adore you. Okay, thank you, Amelia. But Tiffany says this should not come to news to anyone as he has fully admitted to being a troll. I told 180 that I wouldn't talk about him, and he said he won't talk about me. Okay, that's good, Tiffany Marie. I'm glad that you all came to that agreement. And maybe 180's getting tired of his games. You know, maybe 180's getting tired of his games. Maybe he just wants to be 180. But there's people on here that this is their only outlet. This is their only socialization. This is where they come to find friends. And I'm sorry, but I feel like Ben is one of those. And I don't like to see Ben toyed with. I don't want to see anybody toyed with. But I don't want to see somebody like Ben who loves hard. The dude loves hard. I don't want to see him toyed with. And as long as Laura and Ben have been friends, and I know recently Ben went off on Laura, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Wintergreen Gum. Things are too crazy for me to take anymore. I don't know what the fuck is going on around here. Horrible people get patted on the back as soon as someone does something worse. Yes, Wintergreen Gum. Yes. Exactly, Mary. Some people can't even leave their home. So this is their outlet. So to fuck with somebody's heart and to fuck with their mind... And I'm not talking about Laura here, obviously. I don't like it. Me and Ben have had our disagreements, and I've told Ben how I felt, and I just stayed away. Like I told him the other day, Ben tried to unblock everybody. He wanted peace with everybody, and I get that. That's so cool to want that. But no, Wintergreen, don't leave. Just start hanging around places that you enjoy. But I know what Wintergreen is talking about. The crappy shit that some of the people that are sitting over, I don't know if Laura's even still alive, but that was sitting over in Laura's chat, the crappy shit they've done has just been forgotten. It's just been forgotten because somebody else did something worse, allegedly. Stick to your morals, people, not the flavor of the week. YTNT is out. I'll never accept that crap. Me neither. Ben is a person with real feelings, and everybody You know, if you're over there in Ben's chat for the right reasons, because he has some pretty fun streams, then cool. But if you're not, man, leave him alone. Bad Wolf, aka 180, I believe, just put a video up about him today. But then 180's saying, I like Ben, man, we're cool again, we're cool. This is the same person. 180 is Bad Wolf. How is that normal? Yes, Remy, you will, I'm sure. Okay, potty break for Sip Some Tea. TMI, but thank you, Sip Some Tea. You don't know him. I don't know who. I mean, Greg. Pixie said something that's true. I gotta go back and read it. Do you know how many times I've called each and every one of those troll accounts out to Laura and got told I was 100% wrong? Yep, Pixie, you did. But if I ever have to step on one of you guys, if I ever have to welcome evil back into my life in order to prove a point, I don't care that much about that point. Well, thank you, Irish gal. You know, we were been told so many times, those are bottom feeders, those are bottom feeders, don't pay no attention to them, they're bottom feeders. And now those bottom feeders are sitting over there getting all kinds of pats on the backs. I don't understand it. I don't get it. No, you're not invisible, Tawny C. Never. Me neither, beautiful soul. Me neither. When I heard Nenny get screamed at, I was like, I can't, man. I gotta speak up. I gotta say something. Me and Nenny have not always been on the same side of the fence. Me and Nenny have had our differences. But I know Nenny has supported Laura for a very, very long time. Nenny wasn't just on a panel the other day cussing Laura. Patricia was. Nenny didn't go on live streams and trash Laura's Patreon and stuff. But Carla did. Nenny didn't pretend to have a police call made. But Eagle did. So let's talk about that for a minute. So Eagle pretends that she had the cops called to her house. And she's apologized for that. Whatever. But you know who got overlooked? Who got overshadowed by Eagle's fake call? Was Serendipity's real call. And that sucked. Because while everybody was concentrating on, hey, Amanda T. I don't trash Laura. You don't see me in chats trashing Laura. No desire to. But while everybody was focused on Eagle's fake call, Serendipity's got swept right underneath the rug. And she had a real call. Cops really showed up at her house. She was a supporter of Laura's. Now, Laura slept that day and says she wasn't aware of it, and maybe that's true. I don't know. But where was the outrage? Oh, I remember, because according to Laura, Eagle's one of those bottom feeders. So we're not going to call her out because, well, she's just not worth it. obviously Blondie McBlonde and Blonde Bay are worth it. I agree, Misnomer, and it's got to stop. Okay, Mini C, drive away. Drive away. Yeah, I mean, everybody, just leave Ben alone. Bad Wolf 180, if you're listening, can you please just leave Ben alone? Please. People quit going in his chats and tormenting him. Just, he ain't fucking with nobody. I know you did. Tawanda says, I tried calling and sent multiple messages. I know you did. Eagle has apologized and is trying to make things right. I agree with you, Samara. I agree with you. And I am a firm believer that Eagle was kind of mixed up with the bad crowd, we'll say. But in the meantime, Serendipity's real police call just gets totally ignored. I believe you, Samara. I really do. I believe there's good in everybody. Everybody. I never had a problem with Eagle. When she came on the scene and she was attached at the hip with Trisha, she started dragging me. And I was like, damn, I don't even know this woman. So I fucking blocked her. Okay. I was questioned in voice call in front of 25 people as to why I was in someone's live and said hi to someone. Yes, Pixie, you were. And that's where this thing comes, you know, where I never told anybody where they could go or what they could do. No, she didn't. Laura never told us where we could go or what we could do, because none of us would have tolerated that. I think we would have all said, you know, go fuck yourself. I'll go where I want. But if you did go somewhere, it did get talked about. You did get a screenshot made of you in someone's chat and sent back over there so it could be discussed. If you went on somebody's panel, it did get talked about. So, no, I will give Laura credit. She never told us where we could go or what we could do. But if you did, it got talked about. So, and again, I'm not dogging Laura. I'm not dogging her business. But where was having our back? Where was having our back when Trisha was doing shit and Carla was doing shit and nobody had our back? We were told, don't fuck with the bottom feeders. Okay. But then I look over there in her chat and those so-called bottom feeders are being treated better than the people that actually support her. And like I said, I don't want to lose subs over this. And this is definitely not going to be the topic of my channel. You're not going to hear me sitting over here having live stream after live stream after live stream about Laura or anything to do with Laura, because Laura's got wonderful, beautiful subs. The screenshots were sent to Laura by those same people who were so intimidated by you being in Patreon. I never understood that intimidation, Pixie. But it was the same people who literally put me through hell for one whole weekend. I was just calling Carla Chucky last week. Yeah. Like I said, this is not going to be, you know, my channel is not going to be focused on Laura. It's not going to be focused on MGL. It's not going to be focused on Science Girl or Diane and Wendy or anybody else for that matter. Misnomer, I feel like I'm making people uncomfortable, and that was never my, and that's why I've just kept my mouth shut. I haven't said anything. Joy says I left months ago because she's always screaming. Well, that's just Laura. I mean, that's just her style. She's a screamer. Dog not to do. Dog not to do. Muppets and Man Alone. Dog not to do. I agree, T.L. Hodge. Oh, don't ever do that. Like I said, I didn't kick up this live stream to talk about her. I'm just amazed at the fact that, number one, I hated that she screamed at Ninny like that. The truth, when she told people I was made fun of by others, it hurt. Why would she say that? I don't know. I mean, speak your mind. If not, it's a lot of heartburn. The truth. Are Hello Starlight and Laura friends now? Because I saw Hello Starlight's name is in green. No. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're friends or not. But anybody can be a member. You pay like $1.99. You can be a member. You can have your name in green. There's other levels too. I know they went on panel not too long ago to try to squish things, but then I heard Marianne say she was just fucking with her. So I don't know. Pixie says, I was having to defend you every other day for absolutely no reason. Yeah, and like I said before, I think my leaving was the best thing that could happen to Laura. Because now she doesn't have all the animosity. I agree, Miss Nomer. She doesn't have all that animosity anymore. But to say that when she went on that live stream and said that the drama has left. No, it hasn't. We weren't the drama. T.L. Hodge, I've always thought Tawanda was too good for her. Tawanda's pretty much too good for most people. We weren't the drama, folks. And that's not fair to put that out there in the universe, that we were the drama. Puss in Boots, I was accused of being Tracy's sidekick when I was just stating what I observed. Serendipity, Laura deflects by blaming everyone else. Intense echo. I've been out of the loop, but when so many people that supported her for so long leave, it speaks volumes. But, I mean, she's getting new people, Intense echo. And that kind of hurt, too. When she said in a live that, I don't even know what her actual words were, and I don't want to misquote her. But it was something to the extent of, yeah, so what? 6 or 7 left, and I got 9 in return. Big deal. That hurt. The truth, what I meant to say was I don't think you dogged anyone. You've been nothing but classy from what I've seen. I spelled, so instead of dog. Okay, thank you, Muppets. Yeah, that hurt. Because we were diehard. And that's why I don't like to, like when I see some of her now subs and, supporters going hard for her, I don't say anything because I was that person. Sarah's like, come on, I dare ya. Someone put a clip of that. Yeah, I mean, that stung. I was talking to a couple of the other girls, and I was like, wow, man. you know. But I was that person. I was that one going hard for her, you know. Several of us was. We were that person going hard for her. So when I see others doing it, I totally get it. I absolutely, totally get it. And that's why when one of them says something to me, then I'm like, okay, I used to be you. So I get it. You know, I get it. Yeah, I don't see any of y'all running to White Sharky. Which, by the way, prayers for Marsha. I watched her video the other day, and God knows her and I don't always see eye to eye. Well, I'll take that back. We never see eye to eye, but I don't want any harm to come to her. I don't want any harm to come to anyone. Oh, thank you, Doodlebug. So, you know, that stung when all the drama left. Oh, they left because I wouldn't let them attack Carla. Hey, John. You know, yeah, they left, but I got 9 in place of them. It's like, damn, man. Because I could never replace what Laura meant to me. You know when to kick the YouTube. Yeah. Alley Cat, I love Marsha. She's good people. Okay. Well, I definitely wish her prayers, Alley Cat, because I don't want anybody to be ill or to suffer from anything. Pixie says, when the current Patreons try defending her or come at us for speaking our minds, all we can do is smile because we've been there and done that. Yeah. Beautiful soul. Is she sick? Yeah, Marsha has heart problems. I don't know if it's congenital heart disease. I don't know. She did a little video about it, but like I said, I don't want anybody to suffer. I don't want anybody to be ill or to... Oh, yep, that's right. Becky's got it. Cardiomyopathy. What fight, John? Right, Alley Cat. That's what mature adults do. That doesn't mean I don't like others. Alley Cat supports Brian. We all know how I feel about Brian. So, enough said there. Manatee, I understand peace, but there are a few I refuse to speak to because of their nasty behavior. Me too. Me too, Amanda T. And there's... Is it safe? Yes, Ben, it's safe. Marsha is extremely ill. Well, we'll definitely say a prayer, send good vibes. If you don't pray, send her good vibes. Because like I said, me and Marsha see eye to eye on nothing. But that doesn't mean I wish that woman any harm. Because this is YouTube. And sitting down and breaking bread with somebody... Truth, you were amazing on panel with Molly and her crew. Oh, good God, Debbie. I woke up kicking myself in the ass for even going. Simone, how do you feel about Carla? Okay, well, let me tell you something about Carla. And I'm not going to drag Carla. I'm so over Carla. But I see people in Laura's chat saying, you know, how disrespectful for people to, and they're not even talking about us. They're talking thank you, Mar, for dropping that. They're not even talking about us. They're talking about the Blondie situation. You know, I see how anybody could go after Carla. And I'm sitting there going, whoa, wait a minute. Did not anybody witness the, I think it was 8 lives straight where she drugged me? Well, she attempted to drag me. I didn't think she completed it very well. I thought my tablet smashing was And the whole reason I smashed that tablet, guys, was because I was so tired of having it thrown in my damn face. MSOMG, Miss Oh My God. Well, Laura's really good at reading comments and making all viewers feel included. I haven't experienced that in any other chats. I don't agree with her always, but at least there is communication. Yes, Laura is very good at paying attention to her chat. Bye, Phil. Laura is very good at paying attention to her chat, which is why I found it quite confusing today when she screamed at Ninny she wasn't reading chat. Because when Laura's on camera, she'll tell you she has a harder time reading chat. It was very therapeutic, puss. It was time to end it, Debbie. She has pulled many wintergreen gum. But trust, this is just my personal opinion. Laura says she wasn't reading chat as Trish was going at Ninny, saying, oh, do you need a ambulance? And, you know, blah, blah, blah. But Laura is very good at reading her chat and acknowledging her chatters. But I can almost guarantee you that if Bad Wolf or one of them came in and told her how beautiful she looked, it would have gotten read out loud. It would have gotten read out loud. Hey, Crime Canary. If somebody would have chatted how beautiful she is, or how smart she is, or thank you for doing this, Laura, she would have read it. So I'm going to call BS on the I wasn't reading chat. As far as Carla goes, you know, she built her channel basically dragging me and dragging Laura. You're inner Meryl Streep. So good for you, Carla. I hope it remains successful. You know. Marcia, if you're watching, I am so sorry for what you're going through. Praying for you and your family. That was from Pixie. Intense Echo. I'm so confused with the whole wolf on her channel, but then he bashes her in comments. Intense Echo, let me tell you something. That is not only confusing, it is insanity. But obviously, she doesn't have a problem with it, so no problem, Simone. I really do wish Laura's channel the absolute best. You know, I hope she gets back to doing whatever it is that she enjoys the most. She says true crime. I know she does some gaming. I know, you know, she draws a hell of a crowd. I mean, hell, earlier she had 300 some odd people in her chat. And yes, Ben, he admitted it on Laura's panel last night. But you're right, people have known that. So I can't wrap my head around that whole situation. You know, to me, it's like a Sybil, you know, like Sybil. And who gets joy out of doing that kind of shit? I don't get it. Wow, it won't let me say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Carla is not my cup of tea because of what she's done to me. I have my own personal reasons why I don't trust Carla. But anybody that sits in her chat, I can see why they enjoy her. So, me too, Mar. Sometimes I have to log off just because it gets too bizarre. So, my feelings about Carla are my own personal feelings. I know how she treated me. I know she spent days dragging me or attempting to. And I didn't do anything to deserve that. I did nothing to Carla to deserve all that. Nothing. So, There you go. Trisha, like I said, Trisha's a snake. I told everybody she's a snake. I will never trust Trisha. But hey, she's coming in handy over at Laura's right now, so. Speaking of last night, who throws a barrel of gas on a fire and turns their back on it? Oh, I don't know. Who does that? FOD seems to love Laura. Yeah. FOD does seem to love Laura. But let's talk about that for a minute, because let's go back to the scam thing. And so people are feeling silly for donating to Blonde Bay, Blondie, McBlonde, whatever. People are feeling silly about that. But yet, Full On Drama does a GoFundMe. Nobody knows who Full On Drama really is. And people are donating to this GoFundMe. And not only is it people, but it's Laura. Lolly's doing okay, Ben. And so let me get this right. Full On Drama, who nobody knows who it is. Gina says, I agree. Laura always reads my comments aloud and acknowledges me, and I'm not even a regular. Yes, Laura is very good at reading her chat. She was a little disappointing today on reading the chat, but whatever. Anybody can have a bad day, huh? So, here's this big scam going on. Laura's busting it wide open, blah, blah, blah. But then Full On Drama has a GoFundMe, and Laura donates to it. Hey, London Marlowe. For Sip Tea, I believe. I don't know, and it was set at like a minimum of like a thing for like $150, and I hope whoever donated to it, it really goes to Sip Tea. But like I said, I'm fine. How are you, London? Like I said, I hope whoever donated to it, I hope it really does go to Sip Tea. But Sip Tea has her PayPal in her About section, so. Sarah says, video edits always give away who the creator is. I think I know who it is, but I'll stay quiet because they obviously don't want to be known. Gina says, Muppets and Manilow, she does it and it makes a difference. I never even saw you before. LOL. Yes, Marie does have a PayPal in her About section, so if you want to throw Marie a couple coins. Yes, whoever it is does edit some great videos. Now we're talking about Full On Drama again. For me as a newbie, what was Tablet Gate? Can you tell quickly? Okay. Laura. Carla and I were both Patreons at the same time. I didn't have a device to do panels. I could go live, but I couldn't do panels. So Carla asked me if I would like her old tablet because she had gotten a new one for Christmas or whatever. So I offered to pay her. She says no. Whatever. So she sends me this tablet. And I was very appreciative of the tablet. And she told me she wanted to send me this tablet because I was a fair person and she enjoyed my lives and they weren't screaming and carrying on. So donate directly to who? Okay, I think we're talking about Sip Tea Marie there. So Carla sends me this tablet. I was very, grateful. I went live. I did panels a lot better than I do them right now. But, uh, but then Carla left. She left Laura's Patreon. And for whatever reason, when she left, this tablet started getting thrown in my face. And I was like, I got tired of hearing it. So I took a hammer to it. Yeah, I don't know, London. We were talking about scams and GoFundMe's and stuff like that. So I took a hammer to it. And that's Tabletgate. There you go. Because when you give somebody a gift, you don't hold it over their head for no reason. Yeah, it was very therapeutic. Hammer time, yeah. And I gotta be honest with you, the tablet didn't even really work. It had to be plugged in. It wouldn't keep a charge. Why donate? You have Super Chat. Why don't you have Super Chat? I've never monetized my channel yet, London. I really don't even know how to monetize it. I know you gotta start an AdSense, but I just haven't monetized. But thank you for asking. So that was Tabletgate in a nutshell. Have I moved on? Yes. Has Carla moved on? Yes. So, like I said, I just, I don't really have any real beef with anybody. Carla gets dragged through the wind by passionate people that may only have their interest ahead of them, and then gets yanked back into the next one. That's what Debbie says. Serenity says, oh, you should monetize. Your channel is growing. Well, I'm going to start my Patreon. I really am. As soon as Patreon quits giving me the runaround. Thanks, Miss Noma. Should I have busted the tablet? Maybe not. Maybe I should have just thrown it in the garbage. But I was hurt, man. That, I kept getting that tablet thrown in my face. I was tired of it. Has anyone seen the movie Office Space? Tracy received the moment in that video when they bashed the shit out of the fax machine. I haven't seen the movie. Thank you, London. I got negative feedback from that tablet thing too. Everybody saying, oh, she should have donated it to a homeless person. Okay, well, first of all, it had to remain plugged in order to hold a charge. And I don't know too many homeless people that have electrical outlets. And I'm not making fun of homeless people in any way, shape, or form, because I always give to the homeless. It's like a soft spot for me, because in reality, everybody is only... Well, thank you, London. Everybody is really only a couple paychecks away from being homeless. I mean, come on. At any given moment, something could strike, and you lose everything. Take it from me. Been there, done that. Cancer struck, I lost everything. But, so I'm not making fun of the homeless. But when everybody was like, oh, you should have donated that to the homeless, I was like, okay, where are they going to plug it in at? It didn't really work. Oh, Minnie loves London. And was it childish of me to bust that tablet? Maybe. But you know what? It felt good. It felt good at the moment. I love that you, Tracy, stand up to anyone and even multiple bullies like DSJ, SG, Marissa. Yeah, don't even get me started on that situation. London knows. Okay, cool. But, like I said, I was a little disappointed in the fact that Trisha's back. But I really don't think she ever went anywhere. I was disappointed in the fact that, the bottom feeders, I hate that. I do not refer to people like that. I'm only saying that because that's what Laura calls them. The bottom feeders were all up in Laura's chat, rooting her on. And to me, they're not bottom feeders. They're people, even if I don't like them. They're human beings, okay? They're not bottom feeders. Bottom feeders are like catfish and suckerfish and stuff like that. Hey, Lily. Why are you leaving, Ben? I know you love Laura London. A lot of people in here love Laura. That's the way YouTube should be. You should be able to go anywhere you want, support anyone you want without being, you know, feeling guilty or like you're, you know, betraying someone. Tawana says, I've thrown my tablet a few times over MRSA. Cartfish are known as bottom feeders. Yep. I missed it, Jen Vaughn. You pulled that back real quick. Sorry, I missed your comment, Jen Vaughn. I couldn't read that quick. I don't know, Tawny. Somebody called Manic Molly, or Manic Molly, or Molly Manic. Someone put up where she did. I don't know. But I am going to make you all a promise that, and I know I've been telling you I'm going to start Patreon. I swear I'm going to, I promise. But I am going to promise you, what is today, Saturday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I got a doctor's appointment Monday. How about truth? My son was overweight in middle school and teased. Oh, Jen, I don't like bullies. Well, I shouldn't say hate, but I don't like bullies. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Fuck bullies. I don't like people that bully other people. So I hope through that he was able to gain self-esteem. My son was overweight too. You know how my son compensated for being overweight? He became beautiful. So what will be your different money levels with your Patreon? It's going to be pretty cheap, beautiful so, because, well, I mean, people just don't have a lot of spare change, you know, it takes everything people have to maintain their families. But I'm probably like $5 to start, and then it'll go up higher than that. But yeah, if I join, it's got to be cheap. Me too, Lisa54. Me too. Hell, I didn't even pay Laura when I was in her Patreon. Somebody else paid it. So, but no, I know, Lisa54. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. But and I was talking about something. What was I talking about? Oh, Jen Vaughn. Yeah, my son was also overweight, and he ended up compensating, trying to be the class clown, and it ended up getting him in a lot of trouble. So maybe I didn't give him enough attaboys. I don't know. Had obsession with weight, and I smashed scales with the hammer, just as you do with your tablet. He watched in shock. I taught him numbers mean nothing. It's your heart. Oh, that's so true. That's so true, Jen. But, guys, I am going to get off here. I do appreciate you all coming in, because I know the YouTube streets are hopping. Bye, Miss Nomer. So, let's try to play nice. I know it's hard sometimes. It's hard for me sometimes. But I'll say by Wednesday game night, we'll do another Mad Gab or something. We'll figure out something. And I hope I didn't make anybody uncomfortable, but sometimes I have to speak up. I hope I didn't make anybody uncomfortable. I appreciate any support coming in my stream, PayPals, anything like that. I really don't, want to make anybody uncomfortable. I want everybody to be able to go where they want to go without any guilt or anything like that. So, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I say by Wednesday or so, we'll have a fun night. We'll do a panel. We'll play some kind of game or something. Thanks, Lino. Good night, Wintergreen. Good night, Intense Echo, Puss in Boots, Serenity, Muppets and Manilow, Ninny C, Tawanda, Lisa54, Lily, Jen Vaughn, Soul, I never know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Soul Photos. Good night, everybody. Okay? Good night, John Boy. See you around the tubes, guys.